So, very good afternoon to all, and welcome all to today's session. I'm sure my voice is audible and screen is visible to you all. Just type yes on the chat box. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So those who are attending this session from our WebEx, so they can directly type in the chat box for any queries. And those who are attending this session through our YouTube channel, so we are having the live chat option there, and you can directly post your queries. So our analyst will be there who will be helping you to solve your queries. So this session, is all about the options that we'll be going in depth about the options trading, that how the options work, and basically how the option change you have to look out, what is call input, how you have to plan your strategies. So we'll be taking ahead with the strategies part also. So with this, I'll hand over the session to my analyst.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining in. As mentioned by my colleague, today the session is all about options, options trading. We may not be able to cover too much of in depth, but we will try to give in as much as possible in this session that we've planned. Okay, I'm just waiting for another 2 minutes for people to join in. Just giving them. In the meanwhile, since we're talking about options, I would like to have an understanding of what's your understanding of options. What do you think are options? What do you know about options? Is it basic level? Somebody's on a very advanced level. Just would want to have an understanding. If you could just type in at the in the chat, so that would be helpful. Chats पे पूछ रहा था. There's another 1 minute and we will start. Just a minute more. Guys, let's get started. So what I see, option to exit learning for the first time, buy sell of option, underlying at a specified rate or strike price. Okay, great. Let's get started, guys. I am sharing my screen. Okay. Hope everyone's able to see the screen. That's a PPT with my Access Securities logo and everything. Please confirm if I'm audible and you're able to see the screen. We shall begin right away. Great. So I have another colleague of mine, and he's also an analyst who we work very closely together. Mr. Karan, who is leading this whole session. So, Karan, why don't you want to start? So, I'll give you an idea of what is going to be covered. Okay, we have so what we are planning is the basics of options. What is option? What is an option contract? What are the different kind of option terminologies? What's a buy offer call, sell call? Something that we're going to try in the mix. If there's anything, any doubts or anything more that you all would like to know, put it in the chats, park it there. If there are any doubts, also please park it there. Let us for not disturb the flow of the conversation. And we will take up these doubts at the end of the session for sure. Something that is relevant to this session, we will surely take up the doubts, even if we have to extend the session for another 10 to 15 minutes. Rest assured on that. So any doubts that come up during the flow of the session, please put in on chat. We would park it for that time, but we would take it up later. Any topics that we miss out today, or any topics that you guys think would want to have a better understanding or in-depth understanding, you could also post that on chats, and we would plan our sessions accordingly. Starting off, Karan.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we'll take this session ahead. So, as my colleague mentioned, see, so ये जो रहेगा हमारा conversation, it will be a mix of Hindi and English. So I hope everybody is fine with it, so that nobody gets left behind. ठीक है. सो जैसे मेरे कलीग ने आपको बताया कि ऑप्शंस, ये जो वेबिनार है इसमें हम लोग बेसिक कॉल पुट टच करेंगे, बाइंग क्या होता है ऑप्शन का, सेलिंग क्या होता है ऑप्शन का, we'll be touch basing on a few strategies, and हम लोग बाद में एक ऑप्शन पे ऑफ जो है वो भी आपको दिखाएंगे. सो आगे बढ़ते हैं, शुरू करते हैं सेशन को. सबसे पहले जो हम लोग कवर करना चाहते हैं, इन दिस इज देयर इन मोस्ट ऑफ आवर वेबिनार्स जो हम लोग हमारे क्लाइंटेल के लिए करते हैं, उसमें ये है क्वालिटीज ऑफ अ सक्सेसफुल ट्रेडर. जैसे आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो, द बेसिक थिंग एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज नेवर हैव फियर, नेवर हैव ग्रीड. ठीक है, अगर आप में फियर है, ग्रीड है, देन यू आर नॉट, यू डोंट क्वालिफाई टू बी अ सक्सेसफुल इन्वेस्टर. रीजंस मैंने पहले भी आपको बताए हैं.
Just adding on to what Karan says, you don't qualify. Everyone qualifies to be a trader. You are not on the path to become a successful trader.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is what I meant. Don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, please.
So, then follow the rules. जब भी हम लोग बोले तो कोई एक सेट रूल नहीं होता है. रूल्स यहाँ पर जब भी हम लोग बोलते हैं, आपका सिस्टम होता है, करेक्ट. जैसे कुछ आपका बेस्ड ऑन मूविंग एवरेजेस, एनी जो जिस पे आप सेटअप्स बनाते हो, वो आपको रिलीजियसली फॉलो करना है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज आपने सिस्टम बनाया, कल वो अगर नहीं चला तो आप उसको छोड़ दो. आपको वो सेट ऑफ रूल्स, यू हैव टू रिलीजियसली फॉलो इट. देन ट्रेन्ड एंड स्किल्ड, ऑब्वियसली यू, अगर आप कह रहे हो कि आप ऑप्शन ट्रेडर हो, देन आई एम प्रीटी श्योर यू नो हाउ ऑप्शंस वर्क. एंड अगर नहीं, इफ यू वांट अ ब्रीफ आइडिया, देन वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू. सो ट्रेनिंग एंड स्किल्स जो ट्रेन्ड एंड स्किल्ड जो है, दैट पार्ट विल हेल्प यू गेट ट्रेन्ड एंड स्किल्ड. Then comes to the plan. So यहाँ पे अगर आप देखो तो there is this phrase which is mentioned by a very common trader. So that is plan your trade and trade the plan. So जैसे मैंने बोला कि आपके setups पे you have to take a trade and then you have to trade the plan. जैसे आपका अगर setup आपको बोलता है, ये दोनों statements जो है ये they go hand in hand. आपने अपना ट्रेड प्लान कर लिया एंड देन यू हैव टू गो एज पर दैट प्लान, करेक्ट. ऐसा नहीं है कि सडनली आपको कुछ इंट्यूशन आ गया कि नहीं ये प्लान के हिसाब से नहीं होगा एंड आप उल्टा ट्रेड कर बैठो, तो उसमें एक रैंडमनेस आ जाता है. देन यू हैव टू बी अ कांस्टेंट लर्नर, एंड आई कैन गारंटी दिस टू यू, ये इंडस्ट्री में जितने भी लोग हैं हु आर वेल रिनाउंड ट्रेडर्स, दे आर ऑलवेज लर्निंग समथिंग न्यू, बिकॉज मार्केट बहुत डायनामिक है. जो 10 साल पहले चला था वो हो सकता है कि कल के दिन में नहीं चले, परसों के दिन में वापस चले. सो कल के दिन में हो सकता है कि शायद आपको कुछ नया सीखने को मिल जाए. देन फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट, वो आपको मार्केट में बिल्कुल भी नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज व्हेन एज अ ट्रेडर अगर आप में वो फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट है, देन यू विल गो अहेड ट्रेड इम्पल्सिवली. देन वो जो प्लान योर ट्रेड योर प्लान दैट गोज फॉर अ टॉस, करेक्ट. देन नेवर स्पेंड इम्पल्सिवली अगर आपको इम्पल्स है, करेक्ट, देन यू आर प्रोन टू मेक एरर्स व्हेन ट्रेडिंग. दिस take it from I mean you can ask anyone जिन्होंने भी मार्केट में लॉस किया हुआ है, अगर आप उनको पूछो कि ये गलती कैसे हुई, तो वो बोलेंगे कि ये इम्पल्स में हुआ. एंड देन गैम्बलिंग की अगर आपको आदत है, जब यहाँ पर हम लोग गैम्बलिंग बोलते हैं, इट इज बेसिकली यू एंटर द मार्केट विद मेंटालिटी कि हर दिन मुझे XYZ अमाउंट बनाना है एंड इसके लिए मैं XYZ ABC अमाउंट लगाऊंगा. So that is kind of a gambling. When I'm saying gambling, please bear in mind that is somewhere where you have no plan, you have nothing. Because a planned trader, there will be days when he will not even enter a trade. He or she will not even enter a trade. Correct. That is a disciplined trader. अगर आप gamble करना चाहते हो, जैसे आपने बहुत सारे movies में वगैरह देखा होगा, correct, जो random amount लगाते हैं, जीते तो जीते, हारे तो हारे, वैसा वाला situation नहीं होना चाहिए. We are here to be traders. We are not here to be gamblers. देन जैसे मेरे कलीग ने मेंशन किया था, वी हियर आर द फ्यू टॉपिक्स दैट विल बी टच बेसिंग टुडे. So options का आप लोग को brief दे देंगे. Then we'll talk about the moneyness, the margin required. Then how to read the option chain, bit on PCR calculations and its applications. Then we'll touch base on option strategies. Trade setups and breakouts, if at all we have enough time, we'll touch base on that. But basic focus will be on option strategies. So I'll hand over the floor to my colleague, and he'll start off with what options are.
So as I asked you, what is an option? So let's go through the theoretical definition and then I'll explain to you in a very simple manner. Option is a contract that gives the buyer the right to buy or sell at a predetermined price within a specific period, and you can treat it as options anytime before expiration. So the holder has the right, the seller has the obligation. I'm sure you'll have heard this before. Okay, I will come to getting it down to very basics. Giving you an example. Uh, let's say something that is very common with all of us, with every person, every walk of life, is the mobile phone, the cell phone, as we say. I would not name a particular brand. So let's say today I want to buy a cell phone. Okay, I decide I want to buy a XYZ. So let's name the brand as X. I want to buy a cell phone from X, maybe 1 month from now. I'm also afraid कि इसका प्राइस बढ़ सकता है. Okay, I'm scared कि इसका प्राइस बढ़ सकता है. So what can I do? If I know a shopkeeper, I can go to the shopkeeper. I can go to a cell phone store and tell him that I want to buy this X mobile at, let's say, 10,000 rupees. But I don't have the money right now, or it's not in my planning right now. So I don't want to buy it immediately. I want to buy it 1 month from now. Okay. So guys, remember this term, what I'm saying. 1 month from now. Okay. And I said I want to buy it at a X price. Let's say 10,000 rupees. I want to buy it for 10,000 rupees. What do? I tell them I want to lock in. I want to lock this trade. I am saying I'm ready to put in 1,000 rupees as a token advance. 1,000 rupees as a token advance, and I will come back to you at the end of the month, and then we decide. Now, let's say end of the month, the price of the mobile, due to certain conditions in the market or demand, supply, whatever, XYZ reason, the price of the mobile goes up. What happens in that case? I have already decided the price which I'm going to buy. I've already given in a token and a commitment to buy it. The shopkeeper or the seller has to sell it to me at that price. He has to. He just can't refrain from saying नहीं नहीं अभी price 11,000 हो गया तो मैं आपको 10,000 में नहीं दूंगा. हमारा legal binding हो गया. That is what an option is. It's a contract between a buyer and a seller. I have determined the price. I have determined कि मैं 10,000 में लूंगा, and within 1 month, that is the expiration. अगर मैं एक महीने में नहीं लूंगा तो क्या होगा? I'll come to that later. What if the buyer refutes? If the buyer refutes, there can be legal implications, a lot of other things. So that is when I mean the seller has the obligation to fulfill it. उसने मेरे से token लिया, he's agreed on the price, he has to fulfill it for me. So that is why we say the seller has the obligation. Now let's say at the end of the month, when I actually go to purchase the price, scenario 2, I'm talking about scenario 2, the price of the mobile falls by, let's say, 3,000 rupees. The mobile is today available at 7,000 rupees. Would I want to buy it at that 10,000 rupees? No, I would not. Right? Because I'm getting it cheaper. What happens in that case? I can just refuse to honor my commitment. Not my commitment, I can just refuse. I've given you token, I don't want to buy it. Because the shopkeeper has held that phone for 1 month for me, and because there's certain cost involved, he said that he will forfeit my token. मेरा token गया उसके बाद. Nikhil, hold on, just let me complete this. I'll come back to you. Whatever it is, please put it in the chat. Sorry guys, just coming back. So I would say that I don't want to buy the mobile. The shopkeeper is okay. He says okay, I am okay with it. I'll sell it to someone else, and my 1,000 rupees is forfeited. Right? So I have the right. मैं decide कर सकता हूँ buy करना है नहीं करना. Do I want to complete the term agreement or not? But if I decide to complete that agreement, if I decide to go ahead with that agreement, the seller has to fulfill his obligation. उसको मेरे को बेचना ही है. But I, as a buyer, decide not to fulfill my commitment or my contract. It's okay with me. The seller gets his share of the money. Right? So this is what options is about. So options is a contract to buy at a predetermined price at within a fixed time. That is the expiry. Right? I hope everyone understood the obligation and the right part of it. Coming to the next slide. So why do we use options? Okay, why do we use options in the market? Options can be used for a bullish market where the market is going up, for bearish market where the market is falling, or a sideways market where the market is just doing nothing and just moving in a range. Let's say most of us here are, I am not assuming, let's say majority of us are cash dealers, equity dealers. So will I buy? Can I buy a? Will I buy a selling stock, falling stock? I could if I have a strategy wherein I average down the price, but I will make profit only when the stock prices go up. Can I short sell a stock in Indian markets? That's not allowed on a positional holding. I have a stock and the market goes sideways. क्या होगा? I don't make money. I don't lose money. My money is just lying idle in that position. Options can be used to make money or can gain a profit when there is a bullish market, when the market is going up, when the market is going on. Also, you can draw in option strategies wherein there will be some profit made when the market is just doing nothing. Second point, coming to it, market can be used to trade volatility. I will not stress upon this point because this is a part of a pretty advanced topic wherein we would be covering option strategy, option Greeks like theta, delta, volatility. So volatility plays a part in option pricing, but as of now, I would not touch on this topic. Fully customizable. So when I say it's bullish, bearish, sideways, today I'm bullish, tomorrow it will go sideways. I can keep adding positions, closing positions, and I can customize it to what I want. Options can be used for defined risks. Not only a stop loss, I know that if the market falls drastically, I can design options such a way that my losses will be limited. Last point, but this point I would not say it very seriously. It has high potential to high profit potential due to leverage, but understand that leverage works both ways. It can lead to high losses also. How would that happen? We would come in as we go into the strategies in detail. Just going through what we said, a call is a right to buy and a put is the right to sell. I'll come up on this at a later point of time. So guys, what is a call and what, okay, let me continue with the slide. What is a call? What is a put? A call is the option that you buy when you think the market is going to go up. So as the market goes up, you make money. A put is an option contract, which is that you're selling it at a predetermined price and you're expecting the market to fall. As the market falls, you expect you would make profit out of it. Guys, if anyone has any doubts on these topics, please park your questions. I will go in the flow, try to clarify as much as topics as possible or doubts as possible. If there's anything, please drop it in the chat. So understanding the options terminology, Karan, would you want to take this up?
Yeah. So thank you. So जैसे मेरे कलीग ने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया कि ऑप्शंस क्या है, कॉल्स क्या है, पुट्स क्या है, एंड इन्होंने वो बात करते करते एक बात आपको बोली थी कि देर आर समथिंग कॉल्ड एज ऑप्शन ग्रीक्स, करेक्ट? सो मैं आपको एक बात बोलता हूँ, सी ऑप्शंस का जो प्राइसिंग है, इट्स अ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मूला दैट यू नीड टू अप्लाई टू प्राइस एन ऑप्शन. सो ऐसा वो डायरेक्ट ऐसे कोई रैंडम फॉर्मूला से वो नहीं होता है. देयर आर मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स दैट गो इनटू व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट प्राइसिंग एन ऑप्शन, correct? So here are the few terminologies that are a part of that pricing model, or based on which your option prices are actually determined. So one is the strike price. आपने जब भी निफ्टी का एनएसई का वेबसाइट आपने जब भी लॉगिन किया होगा एंड आपने ऑप्शन चेन कभी अगर ओपन किया है, सो आपने देखा होगा कि सेंटर में इन बिटवीन पुट्स एंड इन बिटवीन द कॉल्स एंड द पुट्स का जो कॉलम्स है, वहां पे अगर आप देखोगे बीच में देयर इज अ कॉलम नेम स्ट्राइक, एंड वहां पे आपको सारे प्राइजेस हैं. जैसे मेरे कलीग ने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था इन दिस केस से उन्होंने बोला कि ही वांटेड टू लॉक द फोन एट 10,000, जो 10,000 का है, करेक्ट? सो अभी वो 10,000 का लॉक कर रहे हैं. सपोज देयर वाज सम अदर फोन, जैसे उन्होंने एक्स बोला 10,000 का, बट वाई फोन है जो 15,000 का है, करेक्ट? सो आप क्या बोलोगे? आप 10,000 का बेट लेके जाओगे उसके पास? नहीं, आप बोलोगे कि मुझे अब 15,000 का फोन जो है वो बेट करना है एंड मेरा प्रीमियम गोस हायर बाय 1,500 और 2,000 रुपीज. हायर मतलब जहां पे आप पहले 1,000 पे कर रहे थे वो आपका हो जाएगा अभी 1,500 या 2,000 हो जाएगा. So strike price is the price at which you are willing to execute that trade. ये बात आप बहुत ध्यान में रखिए. Now this is a very crude way में मैं आपको समझा रहा हूँ. There are expiry के दिन multiple ways of settlements. but not in equity options per se, but there are multiple asset classes जिसमें options है and अलग अलग सेटलमेंट तरीका होता है. बट यहाँ पर फॉर दिस एग्जांपल आई विल से स्ट्राइक प्राइस एक ऐसा प्राइस है जो आप जिस प्राइस पर आप बेट करने को तैयार हो. फॉर एग्जांपल आपको मैं निफ्टी का ही एग्जांपल देता हूँ. सपोज निफ्टी चल रहा है अभी से 24,000 एंड आपका बेट है कि बाय द मंथ एंड देयर इज अ चांस दैट इट विल गो टू 25,000. करेक्ट. हाइपोथेटिकल हाइपोथेटिकली अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि मार्केट यहाँ से, जब मैं मार्केट बोलता हूँ, मैं या मेरे कलीग जब मार्केट बोलते हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द अंडरलाइन जस्ट कीप इन माइंड, वी आर नॉट ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट निफ्टी और रिलायंस, एनी अंडरलाइन जिसपे डेरिवेटिव्स है.
So just before you continue, so as in the first slide, it is said that the underlying can be anything. It can be stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, or indices. Indices जैसे अपने बैंक निफ्टी stocks are different stocks. So the underlying can be anything. So yeah.
So जब मैं बोलता हूँ कि my view is that Nifty can go up to say 25,000 in another 25 days. करेक्ट. सो मैं जाता हूँ टू ए पर्सन, ठीक है, मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि व्हाट मुझे लग रहा है कि मार्केट यहाँ से ऊपर जाएगा, 25,000 का मुझे प्रोबेबिलिटी लग रहा है. एंड मिस्टर ए मुझे बोलते हैं कि नहीं यार चांस नहीं है, बेस्ड ऑन व्हाटएवर एनालिसिस ही हैज डन, एंड वो बोलते हैं कि नहीं यार प्रोबेबिलिटी यहाँ से बहुत कम है ऊपर जाने की. सो मैं बोलता हूँ कि व्हाट विल make a kind of like a contract. Yeah. So जहाँ पर मैं ए को बोलता हूँ कि if निफ्टी ऊपर गया, all right, so I what I'm paying this token to you, एक महीने में निफ्टी विल गो अप. वो बोलता है ओके फाइन, बट मिस्टर ए मुझे बोलेगा कि अगर नहीं गया तो मैं बोलता हूँ व्हाट यू कीप द प्रीमियम. सो जो 25,000 का जो मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन है, तो मैं बोलूंगा अगर ये लेवल के एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल के ऊपर गया, देन आई एम विलिंग टू एंटर इनटू द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. सो अभी निफ्टी 24,000 पे चल रहा है, आई विल से कि 24,100 के ऊपर गया, देन आई एम विलिंग टू एंटर इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. So 24,100 becomes the strike, and ये आपको clarity आ जाएगी when you look at these things, when you look at the option chain. So that is option chain. And जब भी हम लोग बोलते हैं कि 25,000 का जब भी प्राइस होता है, 25,000 ऑप्शन अगर मुझे परचेज करना है, कॉल मुझे परचेज करना है, देयर इज आपने प्रीमियम्स देखे होंगे 100 रुपया 150 रुपया. इट इज बेस्ड ऑन मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स दैट गो इनटू इट, एंड दैट बिकम्स द प्रीमियम. So अगर मुझे 25,000 का कॉल परचेज करना है when the market is at 24,000, then I have to pay a premium of 100 rupees. एंड एक्सपायरी डेट, जैसे हम लोगों ने बोला है कि हर एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का देयर इज एन एक्सपायरी वैल्यू. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता कि मैं मिस्टर ए के पास जाऊं बोलूं कि निफ्टी जब भी 25,000 पे जाएगा वैसे होगा, तो वो बोलेगा कि नहीं भाई ऐसे नहीं चल सकता. सो इन दैट केस व्हाट मिस्टर ए विल सजेस्ट इज कि व्हाट हम लोग बोलते हैं कि एक हफ्ते में, एक महीने में, दैट इज योर एक्सपायरी. सो एक बहुत ही बेसिक वे में मैंने ये एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. अगर इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरीज वील कीप एम्फसाइजिंग ऑन दैट कि पार्क इट इन द चैट बॉक्स, उसको चैट बॉक्स में डालते रहिए, सो दैट टुगेदर वी कैन टेक व्हाटएवर कोई क्वेरीज आर देयर.
So just to take it from what Karan said, so I'll just come back to the mobile example. 10,000 रुपया जिसमें मेरे को खरीदना था, that is my strike price. या अगर करण को अगर महंगा फोन खरीदना 15,000, तो करण का स्ट्राइक प्राइस is 15,000. प्रीमियम मैं 1,000 रुपए टोकन देता हूँ टू गेट इनटू दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दैट इज माय प्रीमियम. मैं प्रीमियम भरता हूँ, सेलर प्रीमियम कलेक्ट करता है मेरे से, ही गेट्स द प्रीमियम फ्रॉम मी. सो माय फोन इज 10,000, आई गेट द प्रीमियम ऑफ 1,000. Karan's phone is expensive, so it is not going to be possible that you can even get the expensive item at a lower premium. So Karan's premium is 1,500 rupees. Expiry date, which I said I'll buy it at the end of the month. So that is the expiry date. कि 31st आज अगर मेरा 31st September 2024 is my expiry date. तब तक अगर मैंने फोन ले लिया और if I purchase the phone, that is mine. If not, whatever happens after that, either I forfeit, I lose my premium, whatever it is. So in India, on the NSE, we have weekly options, we have the monthly options as well, right? We have our indices, that is Fin Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Nifty, which trade on weekly options as well as monthly options. Fin Nifty expiries is every Tuesday, Bank Nifty is every Wednesday, and Nifty is every Thursday. Stocks, we have only monthly options in India, and that is at the last Thursday of every month. So the last Thursday of every month is the expiry. So coming to the moneyness of the option. So guys, before we go ahead, I want you all to envision this. So what is a call? When I see a call, I expect the market to go up. A call is for when the market is going up, right? So imagine this. Remember, call, market going up. Market going up is calls. Puts, market going down. Puts, market is going down. Okay. So now when we talk about options, we have in the money, we have at the money, and we have out of the money. So in the money, let's say today's strike price, what did Nifty close at? I not see. Let's say today is 25,000. Let's say example, today we are considering Nifty closing at 25,000. I am expecting the market to go up if I'm buying calls. If I'm buying calls and I'm expecting the market to go up, and if I buy a strike price which is lower than today's close or today's existing price, what do you think happens? I am lower than the current price. That means I am in the money. I am inside the trade already. Right? The market is also already gone above my investing, and I'm expecting the market to go above already above my strike price. So in the money. At the money, now I hope it simplifies. At the money is exactly or very close to the strike price or the current price. And out of the money is I'm expecting the market to go up. Market at 25,000. I am buying a strike price beyond, or I'm looking at a strike price which is beyond this. Got it? So in simple terms, in calls, if the strike price is less than today's price, we are in the money. If the strike price is equal to the current price, we are out of the money. And at the money, I'm sorry. If the strike price is equal to the current price, we are out of the at the money. And if the strike price that we are planning to get into, the strike price is greater than the current price, we are out of the money.
सो अगर मैं इसको एग्जांपल में आपको समझाऊं तो हाइपोथेटिकली कहते हैं कि निफ्टी का अभी फिलहाल जो प्राइस चल रहा है दैट इज 24,000 करेक्ट. सो अगर मैं 24,000 का कॉल देख रहा हूं व्हेन द मार्केट इज एट 24,000, वो होता है एटीएम बिकॉज मेरा स्ट्राइक प्राइस एंड जो अंडरलाइन का प्राइस है दैट इज द सेम. अगर मैं ओटीएम की बात करूं तो अगर समझिए मार्केट अभी चल रहा है 24,000 एंड एनीथिंग अबाउट 24,000 बिकम्स योर ओटीएम. आप एक बात समझ लीजिए, इट इज अ कंपैरिजन बिटवीन द स्ट्राइक प्राइस एंड द अंडरलाइन प्राइस. अगर आपका स्ट्राइक प्राइस अंडरलाइन प्राइस से ज्यादा है देन इट बिकम्स ओटीएम. अगर आपका स्ट्राइक प्राइस अंडरलाइन प्राइस के इक्वल है देन इट इज एट द मनी. अंडरस्टैंड दिस टर्म, इन, आउट एंड एट. अगर स्ट्राइक प्राइस इज same as the stock price then it is at the money and out of the money and in the money यहाँ पर आप स्क्रीन पर देख सकते हो. एंड इन केस अगर आप पुट्स देख रहे हो इट इज जस्ट द ऑपोजिट.
एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट. हम सोच रहे हैं मार्केट गिरेगा. वी आर थिंकिंग द मार्केट इज गोइंग टू फॉल. सो एनी प्राइस दैट इज अबव करंट प्राइस इट इज इन द मनी फॉर पुट्स. At the money remains the same irrespective calls or puts. At the money is the strike price at the current price of the underlying. And out of the money, if you're further out, further below, just giving an example on the Nifty options that we get. This is there on the website. This is the Nifty website, NSE website, right? So if you see here, guys, this is just the other way around. As we go down, we're expecting the prices to go higher. So this is as the strikes go, as you go down the chart, it is the higher strike prices. So strike prices. So where did Nifty land up today? What is the last price? 24,848. So 24,848 around that would be at the money. So today we have 24,850. That is at the money for calls. That is on the left, and for puts on the right. Outside that, let's say if I look at 25,200, 25,200 strike call is out of the money. At the same time, 25,200 put is in the money. I hope you guys can understand. Similarly, on the other way side, if I look at 24,500, market is at 24,800. I'm looking at 24,500. It is lesser than the market. And if I'm looking at the calls, here are the calls. So I am inside the money. I'm inside this price. And if I'm looking for puts, 24,500 is outside the money. So it's out of the money. Hope you guys understood it. Any questions, guys? Please put it up on the chat. Next, coming to the market terminal with regards to initial margin and everything, right? Rohit, would you want to take it up? Karan.
So, yeah. So when we spoke about buying and selling options, उसमें margin करके एक term हम लोगों ने आपने सुना ही होगा अगर आप actively options trade कर रहे हो. So there are a few terms here, there are a few jargons here. So before that, Mahesh Agrawal, unka query tha ki, what is Fin Nifty? So Fin Nifty is basically Nifty Financial Services. So उसका जो एक derivative product है वो Fin Nifty कहलाता है.
That has recently been launched. Like you have Nifty, Bank Nifty, and you have Nifty Financial Services, which is known as Fin Nifty. Launched, I think, about 6 months back. I'm not sure about that, but recently launched. So, guys, another thing, before you get into options, please get your concepts on derivatives clear. If somebody is asking, okay, anyways, Karan, continue.
Yeah. So margin is something option traders would have come across. Option traders or traders in general would have come across. So initial margin कर रहे हो, at that time you need to pay initial margin.
So, if you're getting into some contract, आपको free में तो नहीं होगा, right? You have to pay some kind of money upfront. Anything that you do, your day-to-day life, you go buy vegetables, you buy your groceries, you buy anything, आपको पैसा भरना है, right? So in the option terminology, you don't pay the entire money, you pay a percentage of the money that is required, that is the initial margin.
या सो जब भी आप ऑप्शन परचेज करते हो तभी भी आपको एक इनिशियल मार्जिन पे करना होता है. एंड जैसे हमारे एग्जांपल से हम लोगों को पता चला जो बायर है ऑप्शन का he pays the premium, he or we have to take into consideration what has previously happened या what has been the broader range कि PCR पहले कितना जा चुका है, PCR पहले कितना गिर चुका है, कितना बढ़ चुका है. And then you have to take a decision. Just because आपको headline PCR 0.25 0.75 दिखा, just my suggestion would be don't jump to conclusion. You have to understand what PCR at a particular level means, because sometimes अगर समझिए आपका PCR एकदम extreme में गया, there is a chance that there could be a contrarian bet. Correct. And vice versa. But PCR as a is not a tool जिसपे आप completely depend हो जाओ for your for building up your position. It's a sentiment indicator. ये आपको एक थोड़ा sentiment के बारे में बोलेगा market. So moving ahead, now we will head on to the option strategies.
Yes, before I go into the option strategies, I'll just hold for another 3 to 4 minutes, okay? So that if you have any doubts, please post it or raise your hands. Raising of hands and letting your unmute would be causing a lot of confusion. I would rather prefer you posting your
Queries in the chat.
queries on the chat box. A few queries which I've received. Okay, Shivangu, would we share the PPT? No, this is a PPT which is proprietary. Guys, am I back? I'm sorry, there was a network issue. Guys, am I audible now? There was a network issue. I'm sorry about that. So, Shivam, as said, this PPT is for internal circulation only and would not be shared. I'm sorry about that. Another thing, somebody had asked me what is Fin Nifty, and as I said, for now, Fin Nifty, guys, I will not get into that details. We would have a session on futures maybe in future. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm just stopping the sharing for a couple of minutes till I just get into the doubts. Okay. Siddharth, where to check the PCR ratio? So, okay, let me share my screen. So, Siddharth, this is to your question. Where do I see the PCR ratio? The PCR ratio is not seen anywhere. You need to calculate it. There might be certain softwares or certain tools or websites which give it. What we do is there are different ways. You see here, this is the call side. The right side is the put side, right? So here you see this, the total outstanding open interest or volume, total outstanding open interest and volume for puts. So you take a division of that. Some taking the active strikes, some taking across all the strikes. That's all subjective. That's as what Karan said. You can't use PCR ratio only for determining the direction because that's subjective. Any other questions? So, where to check PCR ratio? What is Fin Nifty? PPT will not be shared. At Ravi, at which price do you suggest buy any ATM, ITM, or OTM? Ravi, strike price selection is another advanced topic which would need a session altogether by itself. Right now, we're just touching on the basics. But if you ask me, we would more try to be within the as close as possible to the ATM, except for a few strategies wherein selling out of the money would be beneficial. Certain strategies wherein buying or selling within the money would be beneficial. So options involve a lot of things. It involves a directional view that you have on the market, your directional view. What others say does not matter. Then, as Karan mentioned, there are option Greeks. So there are various things that's involved that would need a session by itself. We would come up with that in future. There's another 30 seconds more, and I would proceed with the session. So please, any questions, shoot it now.
So to add on to what my colleague said, Ravi ji, जब आप एक जब ये आप strike selection का जब ये देख रहे हो, so you need to have a detailed understanding of option Greeks because option price का जो movement होता है अगर आपके favor में चले, correct? So that depends on what the volatility is at what the delta is. So delta volatility ये सब पार्ट हम लोग आगे जाके कवर करेंगे. So आपका ये क्वेश्चन जो है आगे के वेबिनार में कवर होगा. But अगर for the time being, if you're well versed with option Greeks, so my simple advice would be look at first of all would be to identify the trend and then look at deltas of 0.5 which is basically ATM या थोड़ा अगर आप out of the money जाओ जो close to money होता है वो आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो एंड अगर डायरेक्शन में आपके चल गया you would have the benefit of volatility and volatility expansion and all those things. But for others, we'll keep it for a later date.
Guys, getting back to the session, I would be covering up option strategies jointly. Just a minute.
So what we would suggest is here is where we would want 100% of your attention.
Because this is something that is important. The terminology can be picked up, can be understood. That's more of theory. Strategies is what I want to focus on. So as I said, so there is options. You can buy options, you can sell options. Buying options is called as going long options. And buying a price and selling at a higher price, I'll be coming. I will be covering that today. Even if we need to extend, I'll be covering that today. So long calls and short calls. Short calls is selling of options, selling of call options. Similarly, puts. So we have calls and puts. In each of them, we have long calls, long puts, short puts. Okay. So when you go for long calls, you buy calls. Okay. When you feel the market is going to have a substantial move on the upside, you think that the market is going to rally on the upside. As mentioned previously, to buy an option, you pay the premium of the option. How does that convert into profit? What is your minimum stop? What is your maximum loss? What is your break-even points? I will want to explain that using this Excel sheet. So this Excel sheet, as you see, so I was planning to cover at the most strategy. So options are single-legged, multi-legged. So from that, I was planning to cover single-legged option strategies and two-leg option strategies. Not all of them, majority of them, or whatever could be converted, right? So let me get to this. So right now, let's focus on the single-leg options, right? So let's say I want to buy a call. What is buy a 25,000 ka call for convenience sake? So I come to the option chart. Let's see what is the option price today. The last traded price for 25,000 call was 88.60. So the strike price is 25,000. Symbol, the terminology CE Usually it is calls of the European style. I'll not get into European and American. India, we trade majorly on the European style options. So C is called European. The premium, what we saw is 88.60, and I am buying the call. So you see this guy, the graph on the left in blue.
So if you can't see the screen, then there is an option to zoom in WebEx. तो वहाँ पे आप थोड़ा zoom in करके देख सकते हो so that you will have better clarity.
Right? So as we said, 88 rupees. I'll come to okay, Excel. Let me come to the calculation part and then I'll come to the graphical part. So we are doing just leg one. Ignore the leg two. It's all going to be false because there is no trade in this. So it's all going to show false in the P&L. So leg one, we are buying the strike at 25,000. So where is 25,000 here? Where do we see? Okay, 25,000. And I'm buying it at 88.6 rupees. So understand this thing, guys. I'm paying 88 rupees for something. If that particular thing is only more than 88 rupees from what I'm buying is what I make money, anything below that, it will turn to zero. I lose money. So 25,000 strike price, anywhere the market closes below 25,000 on expiry, I will lose money. And how much will I lose? It is limited only to the premium that I have paid. In this case, 88 rupees 60 paise. The total amount will be into multiplied by the lot size. Then as I move forward, if the market closes at 25,100, how much do I make? So 25 to 100, the difference is 100 rupees. Plus I have paid 88 rupees 60 paise for the option to buy that premium, to buy that option. So I make 11 rupees 40 paise. And so forth. As I go on, the profits keep on increasing. So the profits would be defined by the, it would be basically, the formula is the strike price minus the current price minus the strike price, or zero, whichever is maximum, minus the premium that I've paid. And that is all that you see here. Got it? So basically that's the formula for your call premiums and the chart. So this chart out here, this graph out here shows how it behaves as it moves into a strike price. So 25,000 premium, even if you pay the entire 25,000, even if the market reaches at 25,000 at your expiry, you still, so if you see, it is 25 minus 88.6, you lose 88.6 rupees, and that remains steady irrespective of the market going to 24,000, or for convenience sake, let me show you if the market goes to 20,000, what happens. Not that I am expecting the market. So even if the market goes to 20,000, see here, it remains constant. Below 25,000, your loss is going to be fixed. That is equal to the premium that you have paid. Now, what if the market rallies? Your view is correct and the market starts rallying, right? So here is what happens. At a point of time, there will be break even. So there is no profit, no loss. That is approximately around 25,088.6, that's a value. And then from there on, every moment in the market, you at expiry, wherever the market closes, beyond your strike plus premium, you make money. Guys, I hope it's clear.
So just to add to what my colleague has been saying, so अगर आप देखो ऑप्शन का जो हम लोग पे ऑफ बता रहे हैं आपको, करेक्ट. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर एक 25,000 का मेरा कॉल है एंड आई परचेस इट एट से 88 रुपीज. सो आप ऐसे बोल सकते हो कि से फॉर एग्जांपल आपने 1 लाख की गाड़ी खरीदी, ठीक है, एंड उसमें 10,000 का आपने एक्सेसरीज डलवाया, करेक्ट. सो आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन कितना हुआ? 1,10,000. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे आपने 25,000 का ऑप्शन परचेस किया एंड आपका प्रीमियम जो आपने पे किया दैट इज 88.6, करेक्ट. सो आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन कितना हो जाएगा? 25,088.6. सो जब तक आपको वो 88.6 का बेनिफिट नहीं होता है, मतलब जब तक आपका प्रीमियम जो है, जो आपने पे किया है 88 रुपीज से, और 80 उसको कन्वीनियंस के लिए 90 रुपीज कर देते हैं, जब तक वो 90 रुपीज से बढ़ नहीं जाता ना, तब तक आप प्रॉफिट में नहीं आओगे. I hope you are understanding this because your जो cost of acquisition है that is added to your strike price.
क्योंकि हमको तुमको उसके आगे ही जाना है. Next, let me come to long puts. Okay, जैसे कॉल किया हमने वैसे पुट करेंगे.
So one thing that I would like to reiterate here, जब हम लोग बोलते हैं long calls, we expect the market to go up. जब हम लोग बोलते हैं long put, we expect the market to fall. ये आप अपने माइंड में absolutely clarify कर लीजिए कि long मतलब you are purchasing and short matlab you are selling. That is one concept. And when you are talking about calls, long call means you want the market to go up, Long put means you want the market to fall down. So crude language में call मतलब आप bullish expect कर रहे हो. I mean your contract is that the market would go up, and जब आप put बोल रहे हो, your contract is that the market would go down.
So continuing similar lines, so okay, why do we buy calls? We expect, as Karan said, we expect the market to go long. Theta decay, I would not touch upon it. And this is a potential, if the market really rallies well, it has a potential for unlimited profits, and the loss is minimum, which you already seen. The loss is limited to the premium that is paid. Calculate break-even point, your strike price plus the premium paid. Similarly, the opposite side, the long puts. I'll come back to the same example, long puts. Let's get back to the NSE website. Let's say I want to buy out of the money put. I'm expecting the market to fall very drastically. So I say I think 24,500 is a good buy, a put. So from 24,800, I'm expecting the market to go down to 24,500. What is the premium right now? Last traded price 53.1.10. So let's consider that. So again, coming back here, 24,500 is the put. The strike price, it's a put. So PE, put European, and what was the price that we saw? 53 rupees and 10 paise. Again, I'm not changing this. This I'm keeping it constant because we're buying it. So what happens when the market falls? So my bet is 24,500 and my premium is 53 rupees. So anything below 24,500 minus 53, market going below that. So the market going below 24,447, I will start making money. Right? So this is being shown here. And if the market rallies, if I go wrong, what will I lose? I will lose only my premium. And as the market goes down, that is in the direction that I had expected, I keep on making the profits. Yeah, one thing which I missed out, on the x-axis here you see is the different strike prices, and on the y-axis here is the amount of money that you're making or losing. So coming back here, 24,500, here is my strike price. Anything below that, I am losing money, but what I'm losing? I'm losing it. And so as the market keeps on going higher, I'll be losing money on the put option, right? Because put, I'm expecting the market to go down. So as the market goes higher, I will lose money, but the amount is limited to the premium that I've paid. Similarly, my view is right, the market keeps going down, and this is what it is. I keep on making profits. Hope this is clear. Just continuing on to this. Since we have spoken long calls, long puts.
So just to add to what my colleague has been saying, मैं थोड़ा एक clarity इसमें ऐड करना चाहता हूँ. So यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो जहाँ पे हम लोगों ने strike price लिखा हुआ है. As you move towards the right, your price is going higher. मतलब आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि मार्केट मतलब जैसे आप ऊपर ऊपर जा रहे हो, आप देख रहे हो कि अंडरलाइन गोज फ्रॉम 24,200 to 24,400 to 24,600 to 24,800. करेक्ट. एंड जैसे आप लेफ्ट की तरफ आते हो, मतलब फ्रॉम द ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट अगर आप लेफ्ट की तरफ आते हो, इट इज गोइंग डाउन, मतलब 24,400 24,200 24,000 हो रहा है. सो इसीलिए जब भी आप कॉल एंड पुट लॉन्ग का देख रहे हो, ये चार्ट में जो है डिफरेंस आएगा. मतलब आपका प्रॉफिट जो है इट विल बी व्हेन यू आर लॉन्ग पुट, आपका प्रॉफिट जो है दैट विल बी लीनियरली गोइंग अप. लीनियरली नहीं, इन दिस केस आपका जो लाइन का स्लोप है that will be positive as the market falls. In this case अगर मैं right से left में जाऊँ तो. एंड जो दूसरा एग्जांपल हम लोगों ने देखा था, as we go from left to right, वो आपका स्लोप पॉजिटिव होता है. That is because your calls will benefit when the market is going up and your puts will benefit when the market is actually falling. So ये जो एक इसे हम लोग actually एक scientific term में you will call it a negative slope, but because we are taking the center point at this point, हम लोग बोलेंगे कि ये स्लोप जो है वो पॉजिटिव है बिकॉज यू आर बेनिफिटिंग फ्रॉम द फॉल इन द मार्केट. एंड यहाँ पर जो नीचे आपका फ्लैट लाइन दिखाई दे रहा है, दैट इज बिकॉज योर लॉसेस आर लिमिटेड टू द अमाउंट ऑफ प्रीमियम दैट यू हैव पेड.
So long calls, long puts. Now, I do not want to get into the short calls and short puts because that might confuse you. I would rather get onto the spread strategies. The short calls, short puts, straddles, strangles, we would be having another session because that's a bit of an advanced level. I don't want you to get confused in this. Guys, the next thing which I want to talk about is spreads. Okay, so there are 4 different kind of spreads that we hear about. Don't go by the steps and things. So there is a bull call spread, there is a bull put spread, there is a bear put call spread, and there is a bear call spread. Confusing, I know. So how do we determine what's a bull, bear, call, put? I'll explain you all in the most simplest term as possible. If y'all are selling the higher strike price and buying the lower strike price, it's a bull spread. I'm just saying, listen to me. Selling of higher strike price and buying a lower strike price is a bull spread. On the other side, selling the lower strike price and buying the higher strike price is a bear spread. Guys, just let's make it clear. I'll just open up a Word file so that you'll have it in front of you. So I'm reiterating. I'm just talking about what is a bull spread and what is a bear spread. I'm not even talking bear call, bear put, nothing. So bull spread. Sell higher strike price and buy lower strike price. That is a bull spread. Next, what is a bear spread? What did I say? Exactly opposite. You buy higher strike price and sell lower strike price. Guys, bull spread, bear spread, is it clear? I am saying for the last time, selling of higher strike price, buying lower strike price is a bull spread. Buying the higher strike price, selling the lower strike price is a bear spread. Siddharth, I'm coming to that. First, get the concept of a bull and a bear spread. Okay. Now, when you execute this strategy by using calls, okay, same thing. Higher strike price, lower. When you execute the strategy using calls, you will use it as that. If you use it, it becomes a bull call spread because you're using the strategy. You are executing a strategy using only calls. When you execute the strategy using puts, it becomes a bull put spread. Got it, guys? So first, the bull and the bull spread, bear spread. Clarify that. If you're using that strategy, if you're using only calls to make the strategy, it's a bull spread, it's a call spread, and if you're making puts, it's a put spread. Okay, accordingly, if you have the bull call spread, bull put spread, then next is bear put spread and bear call spread. Hope you guys are clear on this. I would give you all 30 seconds for this to sink in.
So मैं आपको explain करता हूँ again what so we as we mentioned that all the material that we are showing you right now, it's all for internal circulation only. So we are very sorry we'll not be able to circulate this. So I'll just reiterate what my colleague here mentioned. ठीक है. So हम लोगों ने simple bull spreads, bear spreads सुने होंगे. So यहाँ पर कैसा है कि आप एक bull spread बना सकते हो using calls and puts. जैसे say for example आपका market पर अगर आपका सिर्फ view long है, correct? So there are two things, view positive है, correct? So there are two things that you can do. या तो फिर आप call purchase कर सकते हो या तो फिर आप put sell कर सकते हो, correct? So पॉइंट हियर इज कि अगर आप कॉल परचेस करोगे तो मार्केट जितना जितना ऊपर जाएगा उतना उतना आपको बेनिफिट होगा. बट अगर आप पुट बेचोगे तो हम लोगों ने देखा कि योर प्रॉफिट इज एक्चुअली लिमिटेड टू द प्रीमियम दैट यू रिसीव. सो ये जो तरीका है टू बेनिफिट फ्रॉम द मार्केट इज अ बिट डिफरेंट. करेक्ट. सो आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट यू पीपल हैव अंडरस्टूड इट. अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया हो द बुल पुट स्प्रेड और द बेयर कॉल स्प्रेड, you can conveniently forget it because मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि the simpler you keep things the better it is. So अगर आपको bull call spread समझ में आया हो that is more than enough. अगर आपको bear put spread समझ में आया हो that is more than enough. Now I'll just give it to you with example. Say for example अभी निफ्टी चल रहा है at 24,000, correct? So मुझे लग रहा है कि there is a chance that the market could actually go up all the way to 25,000 or say 24,500, correct? So I'm telling that Nifty at 24,000, ऑलराइट सो मैं क्या करूंगा
Yeah, so to make the spread, Mahesh, I'm sorry to cutting you, Karan. To make the spread, either both will be calls or both will be puts. अगर दोनों call use किए तो bull call spread या bear call spread. अगर दोनों puts use किए तो bear put spread, or if you use calls, bear call spread. Karan, let's explain this with an example.
yeah
Right. So as Karan was saying, so Nifty
yeah
right now is at 24,800. 24,800. तो 24,800 से ऊपर आज today market close at 24,800. Right? So I am expecting the market to go to 25,000. So मैं बोलूँगा the higher strike price is 25,000 and maybe 24. I'll buy the lower strike price 24,800. So this I can do with calls and I can do it with puts. So this becomes the bull spread. If I'm doing exactly, I think the market is going to go down. So what is the highest strike price? Again, same example, and we'll continue with this example. 24,000 I'm buying, 25,000 I'm buying, and 24,500 I'm selling. I'm selling the strike price lower strike price. So this is a bear spread. Use calls to make this. It's a bear call spread. Use put to make this. It's a bear put spread. Coming back to the same Excel graph. So here you see there are two legs, leg one, leg two, buy one, sell other, buy one, sell other, two legs. So let's go with the same example. Market at 24,800, I will buy the lower strike price. What is 24,800 call at today? 179.35. So let's do it. 24,800 call 179.35. Now this to I add the other leg, that is a 25,000 call. 25,000 call at 88.6. And what am I doing here? I am selling. So this is what happens. The net payout, it's just the net of the buy and the sell. I don't want to get into that. I want to get into this. So if you see your maximum loss is also limited, your maximum profit is also limited. So this is you could say disadvantage as compared to a long call of a spread, that your maximum profit is also limited, but at the same time the outflow is lesser. So if you see, the maximum loss is limited to 90.75 and the maximum profit here is, as the market rallies, could be 109.25 multiplied by the number of by the lot size. Alright guys, now what happens here? I have used, so what have I done? I have sold the higher strike price, I have bought the lower strike price using calls, so it's a bull call spread. Now let me do the same example. So guys, look at this chart very carefully. This is the payoff chart for the bull call spread. Now let me do the same chart using puts. So 25,000 put is at 257.65. And the 24,800 put is at 146.80. Just give me a minute guys. I think the prices have not been updated.
Sure, but nonetheless, I am assuming that you people have gotten the picture of what you are trying to say.
Right. So if you see the profile of the profit loss looks about the same.
So the common question जो आपके सबके दिमाग में आया होगा, which I'm pretty sure, is कि हम लोग एक spread strategy क्यों करेंगे, ठीक है? So the common thing here is कि अगर समझिए कि मार्केट अभी जैसे हमारे एग्जांपल में 24,800 पर चल रहा था, करेक्ट, बट यहाँ पर आपको दिख रहा है कि 25,000 पे there is a strong resistance. So you are like मुझे एक particular strategy exit करनी है अगर ये 24 इन दिस केस 25,000 पे जैसे ही जाएगा मुझे ये स्ट्रैटेजी एग्जिट करनी है, बट अगर आपको आपका डाउनसाइड भी एट द सेम टाइम प्रोटेक्ट करना है, सो दिस इज व्हेन अ स्प्रेड स्ट्रैटेजी कम्स इन, व्हेन यू आर बुलिश ऑन द मार्केट बट यू आर अ बिट, मतलब आपका जो बुलिशनेस है दैट इज अ बिट लिमिटेड, मतलब यहाँ से मार्केट आपको ऊपर जाएगा ऐसे लग रहा है, but the probability of it rising exponentially is actually very less. So that is when you start capping your gains and
Your
losses.
losses.
So that
So
is when you use a spread.
so coming back, so for a spread, okay, so for us for any spread, for the bull call spread or the bear call spread, okay, just a minute, let me change it to P. Yeah. Thanks, Vikesh. I That is what I was seeing. Why was this not coming up? So now you see the profile is still the same. We're making still the same 89 and 90 rupees as a maximum loss and 110 as a maximum profit. Got it? So now this is a, again, as the market is going bullish, you're making limited profits. So this is a bull, since we've used spread, bull put spread. So the profit or loss for a spread, for a bull put or irrespective, it is the difference in the strike price plus or minus the premium. Well, guys, I hope this, I have taken time to explain this because this is, once you explain one of the spreads, the other spread is very simple. So here what happens, so I'm just showing you what happens here. You are buying this and you're selling this. So sell minus buy, you're getting the premium here. You're getting the premium, you receive the premium. So here your difference in strike price plus the premium because you have received the premium. That's your profit or loss. And the previous case, let's get back to it immediately. So here you're selling at 88, you're buying another one at, so you're 90 rupees. That's a premium that you're paying. So here your profit would be difference in strike price minus the premium. That's your maximum profit or loss. Guys, understand this, and the bear spread is exactly the reverse of this. I will not get into the details of this. Let's get into the bear spread. So bear spread, what did I say? I said you buy the higher strike price and sell the lower strike price. So let's say I say I'm buying the higher strike price, that is at 24,800. That is 146. 24,800 put. Now let's start with put 146. And I'm selling 24,500 at 53.10. Again put at 53.10. See what happens. So this is I have bought the higher strike price, sold the lower strike price. So it's a bear spread and I'm using it only, and I'm executing it using only puts. So it's a bear put spread. See what happens as the market goes higher, as it goes against your view, you lose, but your losses are limited. And as the market goes in your favor, you make money. As the market falls, that is in your favor, you expecting the market to fall. As the market falls, you are making money, but the profit is again limited. Right? Now, just let's reverse it. Bear put spread using calls. Bear spread using calls. So we have sold the 24,500 strike put. Let's sell the 24,500 strike call. So that's at here. That is at 385. 385 and 24,800 call is what I'm buying at 179.35. Guys, if you see, not much of change in the profile of your payout diagram, your profit loss profile, right? It remains the same. So this is a bearish spread. You use calls, bear call spread. You use puts, bear put spread. Guys, I hope this concept is clear. Karan, would you want to add something?
Yeah, so there is one more thing that you can observe from this payoff scale. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो पहले ही predefined होता है कि आपका risk कितना है कि आपका reward कितना है. So you get a brief idea of your risk reward ratio also using spreads. So that is one of the reasons you use a spread instead of going long or future. You going long or short of future.
So your break-even point is usually the strike price which you have bought plus or minus the premium, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So anything before 24,800 ke niche, because that you have bought, you're going to lose money, and that is fixed at 94 rupees into the lot size. And anything beyond that, you're going to make money. Right, guys? So I think we've covered the. So I would not come into straddles and strategy and strangles right now, because that would need another 1.5 sessions. That would be planned later. We pretty much over time. I hope you guys have got it. Any doubts? Please start parking it at the chat. Rohit, over to you.
So just one more thing that I would like to add is
Connection.
Yeah. So just yeah. So just one more thing that I would like to add is कि अगर आपको कोई भी कॉन्सेप्ट इसमें से समझ नहीं आया हो देन डोंट बी स्कैर्ड हम लोग को बिंदास आप लोग फीडबैक दे दीजिए कि ये पार्ट मुझे समझ में नहीं आया विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू टेक इट इन वन ऑफ आवर वेबिनार्स बट मेक श्योर कि द एफर्ट्स दैट वी आर पुटिंग इन आर गोइंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन सो आपका फीडबैक इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दैट वी वुड लुक फॉरवर्ड एट दिस पॉइंट and just keep one thing in mind. These are concepts, that the professional traders also take a few years to understand. Okay, I mean, people who have been there,
Just take time.
they
Yeah.
take time to understand.
Comes with experience. Also, guys, just to let you all know, what we are explaining today, we've also going to come up with an education series, more of an infographic text-based series. Watch out for our space and our website. That's being done right now. It will be launched very soon. These very concepts, same concept which I've explained to you all, would be given to you in the form of infographics. Rohit, over to you.
So thank you, Karan and colleague that means for giving such a great session on the options. I'm sure like many of you will be having the query that if you are doing the call buy and put buy. So normally what happen if you are doing the call buy put buy then means अगर आज की मैं बात करूँ आज की मार्केट में that is 24,900 का अगर मुझे call buy करना है that is around this 132 का premium है. So into the lot size directly. So it will be costing around like 3,000 4,000 rupees. So 3,000 4,000 is my maximum loss. Now why I do the spread strategy? So अभी क्या होता है कि अगर आपने कॉल सेल किया अभी जैसे नेक्स्ट वीक हम लोग ये स्टैडल और स्टैंडल्स और आयरन कॉन्ट्रा स्ट्रेटजीज लेंगे बट नॉर्मली व्हाट हैपन इफ यू डू द सेल सो वहां पे आपका मार्जिन रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा लगता है दैट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली टू 80 to 1 lakh rupees. But if you're doing the spread strategy, especially that means my colleague explained about the beer call spread or the beer put spread strategies, then normally आपका वर्क जो है that is 30 to 40,000 में आपका काम हो जाता है ये spread strategy में because it is beneficial also कि एक तरह से आप कॉल बाय भी कर रहे हो सेकेंडली आप कॉल सेल भी कर रहे हो बट अगर बस ओनली कॉल सेल या पुट सेल करते हो जो एक स्टैंडर्ड स्ट्रेटजी है या स्ट्रैंगल स्ट्रेटजी है उसमें आपका बेसिकली लाइक प्रीमियम ज्यादा लगता है दैट कम्स अप टू लाइक 80 to 1 lakh rupees क्योंकि rightly my colleague said that call buyer को limited loss होता है with a unlimited profit but if you're a call seller then you are having a unlimited loss with a limited profit. So I hope we have I mean cleared up the entire noise of the options that how the options works actually and what is the premium decades and everything. So we'll be taking this session ahead next week again with some of the most popular strategies that is iron condor strategies, calendar spread strategies, straddles, strangles, and strategies specifically, and then how you have to use this in our portal that is into our this mobile app and to our website. So at least like we all will be in the same page that कि यहाँ से अभी आपने concept go through कर लिया. Now this concept, now this session is already available in our YouTube channel. So I'll share the link so that you can go through this recordings of this in our YouTube channel. Once you clear with the concept, then we'll be coming ahead in the next week about the this your spread strategies. Yeah, all over to you.
Okay, Ganesh, I see that you said that you would want this to be on the axis where? Yeah, Ganesh, I see that you wanted this to come in on the website. Sorry, guys. Yeah, as there were queries, Ganesh, somebody said that why don't we put this up on the website? Guys, these are all in development, work in progress. Trust me, you will see a whole lot of education series coming up on our websites, on our learning app, on our mobile trading app. A lot of things coming up.
So there is a query, the last one.
So, Vinkesh, how to buy 2 or 4 different options at different strike price in Access Direct. This should be covered. This will be covered using. So I'm just right now. We're just giving you the concepts how to execute trades on our mobile app on the website. We are for sure going to have series on that as to how to execute trades to make it more easier for you. Uh, does Access provide option trading? Uh, if I didn't want to trade myself, guys, this is something that we can take offline next
So
time.
you can contact to your dealers specifically. I mean, that they can. Whatever the calls you want to do or the put, so they will going to take the. Like the. They will help you in this case. Yeah, thank you so much, Anand. We understand that that's why we have kept the session at 2:30 so that a person like from outside India can attend this session, and we'll make sure that we are getting in this particular timing only so that एक तो 2:30 market भी चालू रहता है and simultaneously like next week if we are deploying some of the strategy in the live market then of course we can put this.
Guys, I hope you all like this session. I know I have to rush through because options itself is something that would take months to explain in detail. I'm just trying to give you all, so this could be as the tip of the iceberg. I hope you all like this session, guys. If you all do like, give me a shout out on Access Direct. Please do follow us on Access Direct. There's a lot of other things that's coming up from our research team. There's a lot of things coming up on YouTube Live. So, guys, please join, subscribe to the YouTube Live channel. We're there on LinkedIn, we're there on X. I would look forward to your participation across the social media. Guys, I'm very thankful to your comments. I hope I feel I've done a good job and we will continue doing this. I'll be here. We are open for another 60 seconds, guys. I am sorry we've gone beyond time. Another 60 seconds. Any questions that you want to throw up, please feel free.
Or any sort of feedbacks about us going fast or slower, please feel free to put in your feedbacks. We just need your feedbacks because see, these sessions are aimed at giving our best at explaining what options are, how options work. So we just want to make sure that the delivery is right and is absorbed in the right manner.
This is completely towards investor, trader, and our client education. That's what our focus is right now.
So now this session is already available in our YouTube channel. So do like and subscribe our YouTube channel so that you can get notified for the next week we are having this session. And yes, this will be also for the future video recording preference also. Reference also.
Also, guys, as I said, get on to X and LinkedIn because there would be notifications which I'll put up time and again with regards to different sessions. I am thankful to all of you joining this session. Any comments, any feedback, feel free to put it up on our social media handle. We do read through it, and your feedback would help us curate more content for your benefit. Thanks a lot, guys. Signing off here. Thanks, Karan. Thanks, Rohit.
So thank you once again, everyone, for joining today's session, and we'll see you next week. And also on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we do the expiry analysis session that is on Fin Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Nifty 50 to give you the view that how it is performing and what is the support and resistance there. So